What's up, Summoners? King Blair here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the current banner hero Basar. I was not making videos at the time that he came out 2 months ago. I was taking a break, but I have him and I have built him. And guys, I am pretty hyped that he's out. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I feel like I shouldn't pull for him. They already had another banner for him. I don't like how he looks. He looks boring. Y'all, aesthetics aside, which he kind of has some pretty cool style, and he has the new outfit now. He is one of the top arena units for both defense and for offense because of just how crushing his skill 3 is. And the thing about it is, like, now it's the best time to get Basar because everything is just prepped and primed for him to be a really, really strong unit. He does have checks, he does have counters, and there are things that if you don't see this fitting in your team, there are reasons why you don't want to do that. He also is a PvP centric and very stat hungry. So if you're a beginner player, you're not going to get mileage out of him for a while because he does require a lot of stat and doesn't do anything for you PvE. So it is kind of a pretty decent investment, but let's just get right into it. So before we begin, we're going to be talking about why it's such a good time to get Basar, go over a skill rundown, and then showcase him in arena PvP to show you guys just how good he is and how much he can do, and just some ideas on how you can use him. But all right, let's start with why should you get him now? Why is it such a good time? So first off, the banner has Abyssal Crown in it, and for defensive Basar and even offensive ones, that is a very common artifact to put on him because it makes it so you're able to stun right away, right and early, like your first thing, and that can win you fights, like a lot of fights. If you do that third skill and you stun like their Seaside Bellona, that Seaside Bellona is a sitting duck. You can just do whatever you want, get your full cleave off, and then not get punished for it. Or even if it hits like another priority target, like it's something that can win you games. And in defenses, it can win you defenses because if your Basar's faster with Abyssal Crown, he's able to strip, stun, and then it can absolutely destroy an enemy offense, especially if they're running a cleave team without any sustain. So that's why it's such a good banner in terms of like Basar as a whole. But the other thing has to do with the art of the shop right now for the different artifacts, because the artifact that you have to have with him for offense is one of the ones that you can get guaranteed with the powders, and it's one that I'm dumping hella stuff on. I'm like selling all types of artifacts just so I can make sure I get these, because this artifact is a must-have for him on offense. And it's honestly a must-have if you want to have a cleave offense. It's one of those artifacts that's like, it's so strong for what it does because it allows you to soul burn all your skills. And as we will see, it's very important to soul burn Basars. And a lot of different characters have really strong soul burn skills right now. And having this in an arena, it's just so much advantage. It's not, you can't go wrong getting that. Even if you don't pull for Basar, super good on auxiliary lats. So definitely recommend you guys take a look at that. But all right, let's go to a skill rundown and the model rundown. So you guys know I like aesthetics in my characters, and honestly, I gotta say Basar is not the coolest hero to look at. I personally am not a fan of his model. I'm hoping when I get the skin, which I still have to get more crystals for, and also Loki hate pass because it's so bad, but that's a completely different topic. But hopefully the skin makes him look a little bit cooler. But overall, not terrible, especially for being one of the OGs. He's been around for a very long time. Not as strong before, but he got big buffs in the few past patches. But pretty cool. You know, the cool red eye and the blue eye. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of the style. But he does have a lot of swag. Like when he spins the staff, it's pretty cool. Start with skill 1, nothing crazy. You know, transfer debuffs, can do random debuffs. Kind of nice. Won't see it a lot. Usually if your Basar is doing his skill 1, things really haven't gone well for you. It usually means that you really messed up along the way and you're not building the team that well. But it is kind of nice that if you're in those situations, he does have that sustained debuff. Nothing crazy on the skill 1. Pretty average. Doesn't do AoE. Second skill is an AoE skill, which is good if you're running Abyssal Crown on him, because that's another chance, because he's so fast and you want to build him fast, it's another chance for him to get a stun off with Abyssal Crown while also playing some pretty nasty debuffs on the opponent. The skill itself, I mean, it's one of the oldies. Nothing super crazy, but again, the fact that you can run him with the Abyssal Crown, and he is so good with the Abyssal Crown for defense and for offense, he can just disrupt your opponent randomly. And the thing about Abyssal Crown is it does not check effect resistance. So you get a guaranteed stun if they mess up, if they don't bring immunity. Really, really crushing, really, really heartbreaking if that does happen to you. The last skill is going to be the one that he's known for and the one that makes him be probably one of the best units in the game for arena PvP, and it's Sandstorm. So let's just look at the animation. Still kind of a cool animation. I kind of like how he like sends his animal to do like his work. I wish they showed more of it because you can't really see it. Like with the Desert Basar, you really see his cat go up. For this one, it's not that crazy. But as far as like usability in arena, so it strips all buffs before our and then applies. So that's really important because you're stripping first. Applies cannot buff, debuff, which is huge against so many characters in the game. It's good against Elena. It's good against Maid Chloe. It's good against MLCC because you stop the shields. It's good against Crimson Armaments. You still see some of them here and there. It's just overall an amazing skill because it just gets so much benefit out of it. And on top of that, it decreases combat readiness, which makes him kind of a pseudo CR pusher because you're pushing them back. And you can also pair him with the Abyssal Crown, which is probably one of his best artifacts, to be able to stun the opponent very early in the fight. The other thing is the Soulburn effect, which is why I tell you guys you have to have that tome that's in the shop right now. Is because if you Soulburn this skill, it ignores effect resistance. That means unless they have an Assassin Cartuja or someone with Moonlight Dreamblade or a fire unit, you're going to be doing a lot. You're going to be setting up for a lot of nasty things because if you just go in with this third skill, you're just able to strip all the buffs, push them back, guaranteed. Can't resist it, yeah, guys. There's almost no units in the game. I think he's the only one that has, well, only one with such a crushing skill that says cannot be resisted and does all of this. There are others that can't be resisted, but the fact that they put it on someone that strips, it's insane. If y'all play Summoner's War, he's basically a Tiana. That's basically, if you play Summoner's War, that's the best description I can give you. But overall, just you get so much advantage off of this skill that it's not okay. It's not an okay character. Y'all will see it in action a little bit. He does have counters, as we'll see. Those being people that have high base speeds, like we discussed. He doesn't have the highest base speeds in the game. Like if we look at his base speed, it's 108. It's kind of abysmal. You are gonna lose to people that have better gear than you and people that have units that just have faster base speed, unless you have an insane Basar. So that's one of the negatives, the cons about Basar is it's really stat hungry on effectiveness. And on if you want him for defense, you need high effectiveness. And on offense, you need high speed so you don't get outsped. But before we start doing a little bit of the showcase, let me show you guys the equips I had on him. I don't even have him 6-starred. I don't want to waste the resources yet. He does what I need him to do where he is now. Pretty good overall. I'm not going to lie, I have a pretty good Basar. Besides him not being fully awakened and I didn't invest that much on him. But I did invest a lot on his speed. So speed plus 141, that's pretty good. You know, I'm not getting outsped by a lot of people. I still lose to Assassin Kali team comps and Assassin Sid team comps just because they're so much faster than me. And I also, that's pretty much it. And then there are some Liliuses that get pretty close to beating him, but not quite. Effectiveness, not the best. You know, if I awakened him, he'd get a lot more. That's one of the reasons why I don't run Abyssal Crown on him. And I don't run him. I do run him in my defense, but I'm probably going to eventually switch him to Abyssal Crown. But I need to up that effectiveness if I want to be able to do that, just so I don't need to rely on the Soulburn for defense. The tome I'm running, Tangle's tome, I need to scale it up. I just recently got it from the shop. The day it dropped, I got I already gotten 6 of them. Because I'm trying to get 2 fully max, which is what you should try to shoot for. But I went for crit rate because I want him to be critting, as you always see, because of Challenger Dami. It just works out really, really well for me. And then the speed, you know, overall, pretty solid. I can't complain. I have a pretty good Basar. Could improve like something like this. Like, yeah, that's not doing anything for me. It's only plus 12. I say that only plus 12, but that's like decent, you know, like, but it's one day this will be like a 20 plus speed, hopefully. But overall, that's some of the stats. You'll know And I'm pretty close to hitting champion. Trying to get it by the end of the week. I'll probably make a video to road to champion, but not bad overall. You know, have a decent Basar. So, all right. I'm gonna show you guys with the last team comp because oh, never mind. I did lose to them because why did I lose to them? There was something that was weird. Oh, I missed one of the priority defense rigs. But I'll show you guys how it can work against that team. I usually take against those teams. I usually feel comfortable with it. So the team I usually run is this team with Bologna. And the biggest thing I do with this team is two mages. And they both have the tome. So I get more souls at the beginning. Once they're maxed out, I'll be able to do more nutty stuff with it. But for now, you know, not a bad choice. My Basar has enough health to survive. But let's just see it in action, see that third skill in action. Y'all will see what I mean, that it's like, look, they have no fire units, right? Look, they're faster than my team. You know, my Basar is super fast. Their Elena is probably like about how fast do I think she is? She's probably about like 210, 220. So probably gonna outspeed most of my other units, which is why I normally. But look, I soul burn. And now I get a hit on all of them, and they're all going to get pushed back 30%, and I know that. That's what's so great. I already start the fight knowing that I can push them back 30, and I'm able to put a lot of pressure, and I put that cannot be buffed. So let's say like Elena somehow cut in. I'm not worried, because okay, what is she going to do? She cuts in? Cool. Whatever, you know, I'm not worried about it. She's not going to get the buff up. She's only going to do a little bit of damage. And that's what's so good about Basar. Ideally, I'd be able to soul burn my Challenger dummy, but I haven't maxed her out. And there's other team comps I can use. But this already set me up for success because he crits on everyone, pushes them all back, gives my Challenger dummy a chance to go, and makes it so I have more of an opportunity to go in. So we really want to take out the Seaside because she's the biggest threat, like damage threat to me. Another thing I should mention about the Basar that I didn't say when I used him, but I made sure he had enough health to survive a Charles double dunk. That's the big one. Oh, that's kind of dangerous. So we're not gonna soul burn our skill because I want my Challenger dummy to be able to soul burn hers because we really need to take out that maid Chloe. Hopefully we do enough damage here. Oh, are you serious? Okay, I should have soul burned. Gosh, darn it. Holy moly. I forgot Elena cuts attack like crazy. Bro, how much did that Seaside survive with? Oh, I'm mad now. Alright, but y'all get the idea. Normally I would have been able just to do that way earlier in the beginning rather than having to wait till that point. Regardless, that's just me being bad. That's just me making a bad decision and not maxing my artifact out. But y'all saw. I even had a fighting chance because Basar was able to strip all those immunity buffs and set up for the cleave. And that's what he's so good at. Let's just see another one. I'm going to reset. So here's one that's a little bit scarier with the top one because it's like, okay, if I get outsped by the Oxlots, my Basar can get silenced. And that's not something I want to see. That's not something I want to have to deal with. So it is a little bit on the scary side. But that's why I typically don't try to go for those. Also, the Arbiter Vildred is there, which is... Not a fan of Arbiter Vildreds, but let me try something real quick that I've been wanting to try. I've been meaning to try. Kind of to also show you guys something else you can use Basar with. I am not going to soul burn his first skill, just so I could show you guys a little some I've been cooking up with him. Let me see. I do have the Abyssal Crown already. But I like it on Dizzy more for the follow-up. But right now, we're trying something different. Because Challenger Dami, while she's really good, and I really like her because she gives me so much, including the crit rate, there's times where I just want to be able to put my Basar in there or something else. But alright, check this one out, guys. This one's a little bit mix-up that haven't tried out yet, but kind of like you guys get another idea. We're gonna do Dizzy instead. Let's see. Who else do we want? We'll put our Spess just to try to deal with the Arbiter Vildred, and then we'll throw in a Seaside just for good measure. We might have to soul burn just because of the Oxlots, which is I really hope we don't have to. But this is something that I've been. Oh, he did outspeed us. So now it just depends whether he silences the Basar or not. And he does hit the silence. Wow, this dude got really lucky. But yeah, that just shows you guys. It does suck sometimes, you know. Like I'm not gonna lie, there are times where I'm like, yeah, it sucks. We might get lucky here with everything else. Oh, he got to counter too. But we'll see how this plays out. We landed a really good defense break there. Like not gonna lie, we might be able to one shot here. Oh, stupid Dream Blade! I actually hate that artifact. All right, we actually lose here, but that was just a little tryout for you guys. Sorry if Basar didn't. We're gonna have to try one more, y'all, because I'm just playing bad. It's not that the character's bad, it's just that I'm bad. I'm playing the character really bad. And I don't have the tome maxed out, so I wasn't able to do other things. But we did get outsped, and that's on me. I should have put my Watch of Shuri in here, actually, now that I think about it. We're gonna try one more time. Last time. See, we're doing like a mix of videos here. We're seeing the Basar, and then we're seeing different team comps you can use with him. So it is good to have another speed person, so I'm gonna put it instead of Seaside. But we should be able to outspeed now. I don't think he like barely got the jump on us, which is what sucks because like it's dumb. Yeah, see, I'm actually gonna soul burn. I'm actually gonna soul burn because I don't like the big barrier that they have, and I don't want to miss again. Oh man, hopefully that's gonna be a thick barrier that I'm gonna have to get through. What? All right. So it looks like the Challenger Dami team is actually the better team. Let's try to get this done. Okay, or not, you know. All right, this team needs a little bit more work. I really need to have the Dizzy be faster. That's the biggest problem because right now I have a really slow Dizzy and I don't like that. This team would normally have worked if I had a better Dizzy. And that's really what it comes down to. Because if my Dizzy goes first, then I'm able to just, oh my god, alright, we're quitting this. My teams are really doing bad right now. I normally don't play around this much with my team, but I just wanted to show different team because you can use if you have different things. Of course, don't be a noob like me. Make sure your Dizzy goes first. Make sure you actually have it speed tuned. This is actually one of the ones that I would actually go against. Wait, I need to go back and actually... I might not be able to do it now because... Let's see. Oh, never mind. That's really cheap to get out. But this is the standard team that I actually work with. It's the Challenger Dami one. Because she works so well with Basar. Just because of the fact that she can get a turn. So like my other units are guaranteed a turn. I don't have to make them stupid fast. But this one right here. Alrighty. Challenger Dami. This will be the last one I do. I just want to show you guys kind of like Basar still does a little work even when he like kind of messes up a little bit, even though a lot of it is on me just being a bad player. What do we want on this one? I kind of want a Seaside, just so I can deal with like the repeated hits. But all right, last one. Last fight, just to show you guys soul burn. I'm pretty confident that my Basar will be faster, although I could be wrong. Yeah, my Basar was faster. So soul burn, you see that ML can, you see that will right there? A lot of people would auto lose to that because they just can't deal with the big barrier. They can't put a lot of debuffs on, and they would probably get outsped. But because of the way I have my team set up, wow, he really one-shot him. I didn't think he could one-shot. But the way I have my team set up, it makes it so I can actually get a lot more out of my team. I'm able to set up. These 3 units can be whatever I want. And that's basically what I want to show you guys. Wow, this skin looks really pretty. But sorry I got sidetracked. But it really does show you that you can really do almost anything you want with your combination, like with your teams. And that's the important part. The versatility you get with Basar, being able to set up things like this, being able to just like look at that, like That would not have happened if I hadn't gotten the initial setup before with the Basar, being able to push them all back, being able to like take off all their buffs, take off the Ken's immunity. Like look at that. That Ken, I'm gonna crit on him real hard, not gonna do that much damage to me. Like not gonna kill the Seaside because I was able to set up on him where I wouldn't have if he still had will. But look, boom. What what damage is that? Now we counterattack and now we get a ton of advantage with the C Dom. Now we come in. We probably don't need a soul burn here. Do we need the soul burn? I'll soul burn just because I feel like there's no other soul burn I can use. And I don't want his Basar to get a turn. I'm not worried about the MLK. He's kind of a sitting duck right now with all the debuff this he put on him. Could have gone for the MLCC, but she should hopefully miss on most. So she didn't miss. She decided to hit absolutely everyone. That's fine. That was me being bad again. Might still be able to win it, but it'll be a hard win on this one. It'll be hard to win here now, just because I messed up. I really did mess up at the beginning. I should have just gone for the MO Ken. He was their highest damage threat. I just thought my Sedum would be able to survive one more turn. So again, not the Basar being bad, me being bad. I really messed up all these fights, y'all. I was hoping this video would be a lot better, but I don't have the flags. But hopefully that just showcased a little bit. And if not my word, then take the word of like the top ranking, the top players in the game. You know, a lot of them use Basar in their defense. A lot of because they know they have a fast one. They know that this Basar is like nutty fast. They know they're gonna outspeed. They know that they're gonna get the outspeed and then be able to do whatever the hell they want. I guarantee you that Basar is an Abyssal Crown. Because he's able to just Abyssal Crown, mess up. Like imagine he does that, strips your buffs, strips your immunity, stuns your MLSS or your Lilibet. You're done. Your turn's done. And he's protecting himself from Basar by putting Lilias. That's how prevalent ML Basar is, that people have to think of all these things because he's just such a crushing unit that if he gets his combos off, there's not a lot you can do. And that's the big reason with it. Really, really hard to get around a lot of them. So, again, just look. All Basars. Look at a Basar everywhere, y'all. There's like a Basar everywhere. And he is that good. Just because he's able to set up so much. But I feel like this video has gone on long enough. Long story short, yes, get him. He's an amazing meta unit. And you cannot go wrong with him. But that is all I have for you guys today. I will see y'all next time. Peace.